And it is also in the interest of justice, my lord, because in the process of collaboration, if the suspect or the accused is not aware of the crime scene, you will pick that up because he will refer to scenes that have nothing to do with your case docket. He will mention things that are irrelevant. So it is in the interest of justice on both sides, my lord. Yes, my lord.
I think I'm going to object, and I'm raising an objection. Investigating officers, their primary function is to investigate a case and bring objective evidence before court. It is for the court to analyze that evidence.
Thank you, Mnisi. I'll take it from here. I will take it from here. Listen. Mnisi did a thing here because we sat a whole day listening to this man, Gininda. I just can't even believe that the day proceeded the way that it did. And, Mnisi did a fantastic job by calling it out and saying, nah, enough is enough. We have had it. Why are we getting a lecture from a mere investigating police officer? You know what? I'm not minimizing police out there. All my commentary is strictly based on Gininda and the BS, okay, that he is highlighting in that courtroom. And let me tell you something. Mnisi did it, okay? I stand with Mnisi, okay? I really do, because the judge in that courtroom and Baloyi are they were just too in a trance. They were just so in love with Gininda. They were just riding away, flowing. They were in La La Land with this man, and they could not even see that he was undermining even them. So Mnisi says, no. We're done with this main character syndrome. And what is actually hilarious is that I actually have a video in draft that I wanted to do, which talks about the functions of the court, why so and so wears this jacket, what this means, and everything. I was going to do that, but we now know Sibanda is now a PhD holder. Oh my goodness. So congratulations to Sibanda. But you know what? I digress. I'll do that in a separate video. I want to talk heavily about what Gininda did. First of all, Gininda, unknowing to himself, unprovoked, proved in just one sitting in that courtroom that Patricia Mashale was 100% right about Gininda and his one-man show and his department that nobody else knows about, called the Cold Case Unit. Have you ever heard of a Cold Case Unit that only has 3 people in it? Listen, this is my opinion based on what Gininda has displayed and showed us. He is the alpha. He is the omega. No wonder he sits in that courtroom. No wonder he tells the court when the court will sit and when the court won't sit. No wonder he's late to court while he's parking, but then it takes him 45 minutes to park the car. Do you see a pattern here? Patricia Mashale was right. And the powers that be are so wrong for not investigating the investigations and dun. Yes, I'm upset. I'm so upset because this man, we are here watching and waiting for the lead investigator and saying to ourselves, finally, we will get the answers that we need, the answers that tell us what exactly happened to SENZO Robert Meyiwa. But this man wants to sit in the court and educate us and say there is only one SENZO Meyiwa that died in October 2014. What is this? This is not a Martin Luther King time to shine speech, sir. Mnisi is so right in saying he is just a mere investigating officer. And I'm sorry to other policemen that are out there doing the job the way it's supposed to be done. But this man is abusive. This man is abusive, and he abuses the power that he has in this department that nobody is taking control over, which was supposed to be a project and is now an infinity, never-ending thing. Where have you ever heard of a cold case unit with only 3 people? He has this main character syndrome. He wants to be the one that shines. I'm telling you, if he could, he would tell the cameraman, beam it. show my face. I don't care what the court ruled. I want the world to see me. That's the kind of attitude that he carries. And it is wrong because he is in a court of law, meaning the court. Judge Rata is the highest ranking in that room, but he's out there smiling away. Smiling away. Gininda's talking. Oh my God, what did Gininda say? And Mnisi says, we can't have a mere investigating officer telling us about his inferences. He's just supposed to tell us about the evidence, and I strongly object to this. Listen, I'll play the clips for you. I'm just giving a huge summary because I'm upset. I am upset because the court let it happen and Baloyi let it happen. Why is the court and Baloyi eating out of this man's hand? What is it about this Gininda character? He cannot even pronounce the word collaborate. But here they all are. I was about to say something, but I don't want to say that out loud. Maybe I'll say it on my membership portal. But let me tell you something. Absolutely disgusting. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. Let me just breathe in and out. I know you're going to argue with me, but I believe Surgeon Maholo. I can never say her name, okay? I can never say her name. I believe her. I don't believe everything she said. Don't get me wrong. I believe the parts that she said they never had any meetings, because that was my question. If ever I was given a chance to ask Gininda questions, it would have been, why was your team not briefed? She said they were not briefed. She said they never had any team meeting. Does that man on that stand look like he wants to cooperate with anyone? Does he look like he wants to share information? He wants to shine bright like a diamond, okay? He wants to take all the credit, all the accolades, and he wants every newspaper article to have his name, okay? He doesn't care about his other members of the cold case unit of 3. Like, I still cannot get over it. I still cannot get over that this man has a cold case unit and no one, Minister of Police, no one is investigating this. Not even Ian Cameron. I don't even know if that's his job or what he's supposed to do. I don't know. Who's supposed to investigate this? Whoever's supposed to investigate this. Why are they not investigating this? Why is a policeman, yes, I said it. Why is a policeman acting like he is God above? This is ridiculous. I stand with Mnisi, and you know what? Gininda was unprovoked. All he had to do was answer questions, but he's always out there telling us his inferences and asking him a question, and then he goes on and on and on. Listen, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to cover this for the next 5 months when this man is on the stand, because he irritates the living daylights out of me with his attitude, his arrogance, and his condescending manner. And Mnisi said, no. If I look around, who's the one wearing a black coat? Huh? Who's the one with an actual LLB here? I'm not writing LLB exams. I've done the bar. Listen, you don't just get to be an advocate, okay? Advocates, it's not play time. They have to sit in the bar. They have to be admitted into the high court. Gininda is a long way away from being at par with Mnisi, Ngomezulu, Ramsipili, Ngumalo, Nyegi. Is it Nyegi? Yes. And of course, Queen Umshololo. It's far. He is just at the beginning. He's still in the exam rooms, allegedly, because we still haven't heard the professor confirm it. Don't forget, this is Mr. One-Man Show. I believe Maholo when she said they never had any consultations. They were told what to do. And then they'd come back and give him the information, and he would keep that docket. Just in the same way Mangena was told to keep that gun. Do you see a pattern here? Do you see a pattern? I'm not absolving them of their part that they played in this Nkanegwane, but I'm saying, what would you do? This is the man. And docket 375 gang. The bravery. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I have so many video drafts that I haven't even finished, video ideas. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, that damn, a warrant officer Warrant Officer Makubo, Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi, you guys did a what? Case against Gininda? A whole brigadier? That has got to take some bravery. That has got to take some, I am done with this BS. That has got to be, they must have gone through the mostest over there. I could rant on and on and on about this. It is a no from me. I stand with Mnisi. Let me know in the comment section what your views are on this. And I definitely thank Patricia Mashale for exposing this man. There is no way. Yes, we want justice for SENZO MEYIWA and his family, but we also want justice for every single person who has to walk through a police station. This is not right. This is not right that one man can just go about making his way. Even in a court of law, he has no regard for Judge Rata, and Judge Rata can't even notice that. He cannot even notice that. Mnisi even goes ahead and says he's just an investigating officer whose primary function is to investigate and present his evidence in court. We don't care about his opinion. And that's right, Mnisi. What this witness is now doing is analyzing the evidence. They are taking over what the court is supposed to be doing. Wake up, Judge Rata. We are fed up, man. After having all the evidence, not just his evidence, all the evidence, but this man can sit in here and be referring to this and that. No wonder things are changing. All of a sudden, things are changing. All of a sudden, Moses Sibia's confession is not confessioning the way that it was confessioning in the trial within a trial. This is highly irregular. Absolutely. I agree with you, Mnisi. My lord, this is Gininda. My lord, I've noted it, but I see how he is. What? My lord, I've noted what Mnisi is saying, but I see that he is continuing because it happens a second time, because Gininda cares about nobody. And then finally, the court says, this court is experienced enough to judge on evidence and the facts, not on rumors and inferences. This is not a consultation. The judge is not consulting. And instead of Baloyi responding, Gininda responds. And Mnisi goes, no. Can somebody tell this man what time it is? You don't get to talk. Baloyi is the prosecutor and you are just a mere witness. He needs to get off his high horse and take several seats. Because, wow. Baloyi then finally says, okay, can you just stick, like even how Baloyi says it, he does not look at Gininda in the face. What is going on? There's something, this case is bigger than just SENZO MEYIWA. And what we're watching is a display of what happens on a daily basis in these police stations. That's police brutality tactics, and he's manipulative and he's trying to use big words and then he crashes at corroborate. What the hell is going on here? Enough is enough. I hope on Monday he's just answering questions and he leaves. Ask a question, answer. Ask a question, answer. Don't tell us about how you're inferred and how you got to your decision. Just answer the damn question. And better yet, stop coming back with the, oh yes, my lord, I forgot. How many times does he keep doing it and it keeps on being entered into the evidence? Let me tell you something. The line has been drawn. It's going to be on. When Mnisi cross-examines Gininda, woo! It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. You know what? I have said a whole mouthful because that's how upset I am. I'm going to start the video here and you can watch for yourself and let me know in the comment section your thoughts. Was Patricia Mashale right about the cold case unit that only has 3 people in it? How many cold cases have they solved? Imagine that. A whole budget. This is why ministers can travel to France and spend 400,000 rands on ground transportation and stand up with their chest and declare it in parliament as if it's a normal figure. This is taxpayers' monies that were being abused of. And I'm just so upset. I'm going to end it here. Let's get into the actual court proceedings. And I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
What this witness is now doing is embarking on a process of analyzing evidence, which that should be left for the court after the court has been after the court is seized with that objective evidence that came from the investigating officer. It is not their duty to assist the court on how to analyze that evidence. They are taking over what the court is supposed to be doing. We are expecting Mr. Gininda to say, in the course of our investigation, this is what we found. This is what we found. This is what we found. This which we found is how it connects accused number 1. This is how it connects accused number 2. This is how it connects accused number 3, 4, 5, etc. It is not for him to come and opine as to how the evidence that they found is relevant with the connection of each of the accused person. It's basically usurping the duty that the court should embark upon after having had all the evidence at the end of the case, my lord. I'm strongly objecting to the process that this witness is embarking upon.
I don't know if counsel is saying he's objecting against the process, is he objecting against what he's just said, or trying to link the confession of accused number 1 to the objective facts in this matter. But be that as it may, my lord, what the witness is merely trying to explain is what he explained yesterday. He says there appears to be a misunderstanding, so he's just merely rehashing the explanation that he gave yesterday when Advocate Mnisi was objecting. That's all that he's doing, my lord.
Mr. Gininda, just repeat what you just said so that we all understand it.
My lord, I said, the collaboration of the confession is not the rehearsing of evidence. When the confession is made, my lord, you need to collaborate those facts, and that is in the interest of justice, in my view. Because let's assume, my lord, where great injustice can be done, a person makes a confession, but he points a different sin. And then because he made a confession, you just take it and file it. You don't collaborate as to whether the sin that is being pointed, is it relevant to the matter that you're investigating. You have to collaborate it to find credence, to find evidence and proof. And that is exactly what I'm referring to. It's not a rehearsal of what Colonel Mboto wrote, what Lieutenant Colonel Daparo wrote, and the magistrate. Is to say, after I received this confession, because yes, as Mr. Mnisi rightfully says, I'm the investigating officer, I have a duty to investigate. And I'm presenting the facts that I found when I compare what was contained on the confession statement in relation to the docket. That's exactly what I'm representing to the court. Because if I keep that, that is, why would I not tell the court to say, when I read the confession that is made by accused number 1, I found this fact, and this fact collaborates with the docket and the crime scene. That is all that I'm saying, my lord. I'm not making a judgment call as to how the court must find the evidence or what it did. I'm simply referring at the duty and the role I did when I received the statement and in trying to collaborate it. That's what I'm saying, my lord.
May I respond? Make an example. Excuse me, my lord.
I say, he says it's not exactly my duty, collaborating.
It definitely does that, my lord. And may I make an example so that as we go forward, my lord, then we are clear on the process that we're supposed to be embarking upon. He testified yesterday, I think, and referred to Mr. Mnube, and said that some witnesses in the house, they got information, or also in the statement that he went through, that is contained in the confession, one make of the statement speaks about a person who had dreadlocks. And in his view, he specifically said that, and in his view, that person is accused number 3. Should that not be actually be left in the domain of the court? We're not interested in his views. All that we're interested in are facts that he has collected, evidence, my lord. It could be direct evidence, it could be circumstantial evidence, or what other form of evidence, but we are only interested in the evidence that is bringing before court. We're not interested in his views. That is why I'm saying, my lord, he's basically usurping the function that it should be seized with the court. It's basically saying to the court, this is how the court's judgment must be penned. He's penning his own judgment, my lord. I don't know for what, because he's just an investigating officer. He's only here to assist the court with facts and nothing else but facts. Thank you, my lord.
Please, my lord. Yesterday we looked at section 209, which we read in the record, and what this witness is merely saying is contained in section 209. That is the first thing, but all that the witness regarding the fact that in his view, when reference is made to a person with dreadlocks, it's accused number 3, all that he's saying is that the evidence establishes that the person who had dreadlocks is accused number 3. And we refer to the relevant photo, which is not disputed, that shows that accused number 3 had dreadlocks. That's all that the witness is doing. And secondly, we indicated, my lord, in the beginning that the version of accused number 1 is that he is not the source of this confession. Now, all that the exercise that this witness is embarked upon is to indicate that accused number 1 is the only person who could have been the source of what is contained in this document. That's the exercise that Brigadier Gininda is busy with.
Yeah, this court is experienced enough to sift evidence from witnesses and judge the evidence on the facts as Mr. Mnisi suggests. Now you see this case, here's an investigating officer. He says, amongst the people who were inside the house, the evidence is clear. It was only supposed, and I'm not making any finding. It was supposedly a person with dreadlocks. There were no 6 guys with dreadlocks or 10 guys with dreadlocks. And then he makes a conclusion that it must have been accused number what. I'm not bound by what he says, I'm bound by the facts. Maybe there were 20 guys with dreadlocks, I don't know.
I'm indebted to the court, my lord. Now that the court has said that, the court is trained enough to separate wheat from the chaff, my lord. Thank you, my lord. Thank you.
As a good please, my lord, you've indicated in your evidence just before the short adjournment that Mr. Sizwe Zungu also gave a statement to the effect that accused number 5 was driving a grey VW on the day of the incident.
Furthermore, my lord, in the collaboration where he makes mention of the name SENZO MEYIWA, around that period of October 2014, my lord, the only SENZO MEYIWA that was shot and killed in Fosoras is the deceased. It's the matter that we are dealing with, my lord. In other words, my lord, I'm saying there are no different deceased with similar name and surname that were killed under these circumstances in that area in the month of October or September 2014. It's only this deceased. So an inference can be drawn that he was referring to this particular matter. Yes, ma'am.
That's another objection, my lord. This witness simply refers to an inference. Who is seized with that functionary of drawing inferences? It is not him, because that is not a fact. What he's presenting now, he says an inference can be drawn that it was. Now, I'm not even so sure whether he's aware of R versus Blom on the drawing of inferences. So he can't just stand there boldly and say an inference can be drawn that it is him. It is for this court, my lord, to deal with the question of inferences after the state has requested that the court to draw a particular inference, not a witness who is an investigating officer. Him is to bring facts before court, not to tell this court that it should draw inferences. This is highly irregular. Thank you.
I think the court has already commented just a short while ago that the court is trained to separate opinion and inferential reasoning. I think all that the witnesses say, my lord, is that the name of Mr. SENZO MEYIWA has been mentioned here, which is what this case is all about. But I'll request the witness to refrain from making any inferences and just to give facts. Yes.
My lord, I've noted, but I think Mr. Mnisi is really quoting me out of context, and I left it the first time, but I see now he's continuing. First, he said, I gave an opinion or something to that effect that no one in the house, like it was my view, that accused number 3 was the one with the dreadlocks. He didn't refer as to under what circumstances.
This is the court, my lord. Mr. Baloyi is a prosecutor, he is a witness.
Saying what he wants to say.
Oh, thank you.
He said, I don't allow people to talk in this court.
No, but what I'm saying, my lord, is under the guidance of the prosecutor. He just can't just do things willy-nilly, my lord, like a wanton sheep as a president of the court.
However, my lord, if I may just ask my lord leave to make just a few submissions, my lord. If there is an objection, my lord, between counsels, the objection is between the parties, the defense and the state, and the ruling will be from the court. The witness is not allowed to get inside and give explanation unless it's invited by the court to do such, my lord. Thank you.
Yeah, just finish what you're saying.
Yes, my lord. So I was saying, my lord, that is out of context because the facts of the matter contained in this docket, and these are the facts, they point that the person with the dreadlocks who went inside that house is accused number 3, Mr. Mnisi's client. There are statements in this docket. So to say I'm making whether an assumption or an opinion is selective in that, and I don't think it's in the interest of justice, my lord, with greatest respect to him, because he's sitting with the facts that point in terms of the statements. Mr. Sizwe Zungu, I mean, it was before this court, I was not here, but the statement indicates what he knows. The firearm that was used as a murder weapon is linked to accused number 3.
He's objecting, my lord. That is totally irrelevant. That is totally irrelevant for this moment. How does he say that the firearm is linked to accused number 3 when that aspect is being investigated? No, that is totally irrelevant, my lord. And this witness, my lord, is going to tell disrespectful to this court because they can only speak to the court through the prosecutor. What he's doing here is total disrespect of this August House, and I'm going to request the court to tell him to refrain from doing that. Because now he's saying the firearm in question here is linked to accused number 3. Where does he get that from? Where does he get that from? Because that aspect is still being investigated. It's total disrespect.
So we'll get to those aspects, Brigadier. Lord, if I can then ask that we return to Exhibit F.
Yes, my lord.
Paragraph 1. It's mentioned that on that week, in that year, during the week, it was on Wednesday, I was at my place at hostel in Foslores at Basutu section.
Yes, my lord.
Was this fact known to the police in this address?
No, it wasn't, my lord.
Is it correct that the bank statements of accused number 1 have since been obtained and serve as an exhibit before the court?
That is correct, my lord.
I just want to show you Exhibit EE in brackets 5. These are the bank statements from Nedbank. Can you just place on record in whose name the bank statements are?
The bank statement, my lord, are from Nedbank. And on top it says that for Mr. Muzuka Ukulelwa Temba Sibia of 43 Sutu Hostel, Botha Avenue, Fosloras South, Reslo. Then the code is 1473, my lord.
Thank you.
1473.
Yesterday you referred to the evidence of Mr. Lionel Zwane. Were all these facts that are mentioned in these paragraphs that you've placed on records, were they known to you or any member of the investigating team?
No, they were not known, my lord.
Brigadier Gininda, just in brief, without going through every sentence in the confession, the facts that are stated in this confession, exhibit FF, were they known to you or any member of the team?
No, my lord, they were not known to us, my lord. In fact, my lord, as I said, what we heard at the time is that he was one of the shooters. We did not know that he was standing outside. This fact came from him. What I heard in terms of the affidavit that was disposed by Mr. Absalom Zungu is that him and accused two were the perpetrators. And that was in line with the docket. So in our understanding at the time is that he was one of the perpetrators. He gave a different submission as per this document, my lord. We didn't know this.
But we just request that the reference to what was said by Absalom Zungu be left out of account.
Reference to what was said by?
Reference as to what would have been mentioned by Absalom Zungu be left out of account, as he hasn't been called as a witness. Is it correct to say that you were... Yes.
He has made a statement as a witness. Zwane, is that Zwane?
No, Mr. Absalom Zungu.
Oh, Zungu,
Yes.
Absalom.
Yes.
Oh, is that the father to
Yes.
the police guy?
Yes.
Yeah, but did he make a statement?
Yes, he did make a statement.
Yeah, fine. Ma.
Yes.
I'll disallow
So-
it. But do you know the case of Dipoko?
Yes.
You know that case? Talks about hearsay evidence.
Yes.
It's an SEA case, 2009 by Unterhalter. It's related to Mudimu, etc., etc. Just read that case. What it says about a report which is made to
Yes.
a person by a witness. Okay, fine. We heard you.
There's also the Hearsay Act, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were working on the information that you had at your disposal.
Indeed, my lord.
Yeah, but you say I must exclude it. I'm excluded because you see
Yes, yes. Yes, I think there's a duty on the state not to let hearsay evidence.
Yeah, fine, fine.
Yes, thank you.
So finally, the state, aka Baloi, wakes up from his trance and realizes, oh my God, there goes Gininda over explaining, and now he's bringing in hearsay evidence, and the judge retracts it from the record. Gininda. At some point, you're going to have to learn a lesson. Answer a question. Stop adding extra information that nobody asked for. I'm going to end this video here. Let me know your thoughts on Gininda the Great, okay, the Lord, the main character syndrome, the lead, okay, of the cold case unit. What are your thoughts on that? I definitely want to hear from you, and I'll be there to engage with you in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. Thanks so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and absolutely share this video with the last 3 people you chatted with on WhatsApp. If you've watched all the ads, you absolutely have my heart. You're my VIP gang. And to become a channel member, okay, to have exclusive access to our defense team emojis plus is definitely by hitting that join button, okay? And I promise not to rob you. It is absolutely affordable. And there's going to be some extra content that I'm going to be doing today. So please make sure your notification bell is turned on. If you're watching us from outside the club, please consider subscribing so that you also get the notifications on my next upload. To all the sweet, beautiful messages I get, comments, okay? I see your comments. I love them. Thank you for encouraging me. Some people say they cannot sleep without an upload. Some people say they're addicted to my voice. Oh my God. Should I start singing happy birthday on your birthdays? Should I make that a membership benefit? Let me know in the comment section down below. To my shy gang, you too count on this channel. Make sure you drop a soccer emoji in the comment section down below, as we're here together, gathered for justice for SENZO MEYIWA. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.